Alrighty, so it looks like I have everything set up. Awesome. And yes, I would like to go first. So we have this to get green. We can Faithless Salute. We've got Univault. So we could want to go get black. Hopefully this looting will get us either green or black. And then we won't need to worry about which, well, we'll know which one we need to get with Evolving Wilds. We can drop the Pharaoh and the Blood Gas into the graveyard. So I think we can keep this. Alright, so we drew Squee and Conflagrate, which is not fantastic. Though we had to, like, the Squee actually helps us if we do want to just fetch black for Zombie Infestation. So I don't have a Dredge card, which is interesting. We want to pitch the Pharaoh so they can't attack us. And the Bloodghast will come out next turn, so I think we drop that. And then you know, pass the turn. Yay, Zombie Loam time! Woohoo! Do 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 do. Yeah, so I'm playing against Pomegranate, who is on Hulk Shift, I think, or Hulk Breach, through the breach with whatever Hulk. Alright, so I think we drop Evolving Wilds. We're gonna go get black. We can then drop Dark Blast next turn and start dredging with this. Start dredging with it. It's a little rough, but I think that's the plan. And at least we get our Bloodghast. And I will pass the turn. So that's all I can do right now. The trouble is if we don't get green, we won't be able to loam in order to get our other colors. Yeah, so I need black, red, and green. Those are the 4 lands that I need. Double red for Conflagrate from the graveyard, and green for Loam, and black for all my like zombie infestations and things. So draw 2 cards and shuffle a card from your hand into your library. That seems pretty sweet, actually. Overgrown Tomb! We got green! Yes! Okay, so our Tomb can come in tapped, and I can Zombie Infest and drop Dark Blast and Squee, or probably Dark Blast and Conflagrate. So, no. Because I want to go ahead and start dredging. We can do that on our end step. So let's attack. Make sure not to just click through their turn. So we get to use their end step. Alright, so they are digging for their combo pieces, which is what we want, or what we, we want to make them take as much time as possible, is I think what I was trying to say. Alright, so let's dredge. We dumped Conflagrate and Bloodstained Mire and a Bloodghast into the thing. Need a vault for turn, and then leave my graveyard open, please. Thank you. And then on their end step again, we can attack with Zombie Infestation, or we can create a thing with Zombie Infestation. We don't have double red for Conflagrate, so we just have to kind of wait a minute or two for that. Hi there, Harmon. Hi there, Giant Dwarf. They're in step. Yes, please. And we'll dredge. So we have a life from the loam, so we can dredge that up next time. Make that a creature. That's a lot of damage. That's how I like to do it. Hi there, Bright Fargo! Summoner's Pact. So that means that they are planning on winning this turn. Search library for a green creature card, reveal it, put it in your hand, then shuffle. Being your next upkeep, pay whatever. Or you lose the game. They don't have access to green mana, so they have to win this time. Yes, through the breach happens. Alright, so when it dies, search your library for any number of creature cards with total converted mana cost 6 or less and put them onto the battlefield, then shuffle your library. And through the breach says sack it at the end of the next end step. Converted mana cost 6 or less. I mean, okay, you hit me, that's fine. So the one will fizzle. So it no longer has a target. So what are they going to get out of their deck? Lost Aromancers with Vanishing. When it dies, if it had no time counters on it, you search the library for an enchantment. 3/3. And first strike 2/1. Remove all counters from target permanent. So he gets to go search up an enchantment card and put it on the battlefield. Alright, so at least I'm gonna get schooled in how this deck works. So Hive Mind, whenever a player casts an instant or sorcery spell, each other player copies that spell. Each of those players may choose new targets for his or her copy. So now he's gonna cast Summoner's Pact, and I don't have double green to pay for it. That sucks. I don't really want a creature that badly. We are actively playing in the 100 ticket challenge from Cardboard Network. So neither, I guess. Alright, and then I'm going to lose the game because I don't have double green. Nothing I can do at instant speed to give myself that mana. So I lose the game. Okay. That's kind of gross. And he would have sacked it at the end anyway, so still would have gotten to do that. Alright, so what do I do here? I just need to kill him as fast as possible. Raven's Crime should be good. They're not really running creatures, so Dark Blast is not as helpful. Neither is Lightning Axe. Ray of Revelation to destroy the Hive Mind enchantment. It's not going to help us. That's not going to help. Alright, so we're 61 cards. Ancient Grudge isn't really going to help us. So I think that's our plan. So we brought in Crime and Ray, took out Dark Blast, Lightning Axe, and an Ancient Grudge. I don't have any more green mana sources to bring in, but I do know to try to have 2 sources of green on the battlefield. But thanks, Aleph Cat. The Zombie Loam deck is really twisty and complicated, and it's kind of fun, but it's not enough fun that I'm gonna practice it a lot. So we're just gonna see what I can do if I can manage to get away with a game or two in this challenge. So we have Mire and 2 Terramorphic Expanse. It's a little awkward. We don't really get to get going anytime soon. If we can drop the brown scale into our graveyard somehow, that would be very helpful. Hey there, Jeff. Hey there, Cryogenic. I don't know if we can keep this. It's a little awkward. It's way better with a better land base. I think that's why I'm not enjoying it very much. So, this actually doesn't let me get to anything. I'm in a mulligan. This is better. So we can go get black and start Ravens criming them. And we've got a forest. So we can get black and green, and then we have green. So we'll keep this one. Do we want to draw that next turn? Not really. Okay. Alright, so we want to go ahead and start Ravens criming. I'm going to go get Overgrown Tomb, just because I want double green. Yes, I'll pay the life, and then we're going to Ravens crime. We can discard the Evolving Wilds to Ravens crime again next turn. Crumbling Necropotent, or Necropolis. Graveyard, I'd like you to stay open, please. Thank you. Right, that's all it did was get my colors, so I needed it to do something. Alright, got Conflagrate again. So, we want to go ahead and Ravens crime. Get black and discard a land. If we can rip their hand apart, then we can win this. I pass. Temples, lots of temples. So there's a Lost Aromancer in their graveyard. Alright, so we could go get some reds so we can possibly start conflagrating. We can Ravens crime again, ditching this Bloodstained Mire, then we don't have access to red. This is a really odd hand, like I'm not getting anything except to rip their hand apart. Oh. We have the mana for life from the Loam, so hopefully we can get that and we can start getting our lands back, and then we can Ravens crime more. So I pass the turn. Dredge is super nasty, K. Smith. And it's actually really challenging to play. So Blighted Fen. This is my only plan right now. It's really not working. Yeah, it has to be 100 tickets or less, so I'm working on a frustrating mana base. If I had a better mana base, I think I would enjoy the deck a lot better. But it's a little bit rough. Oof. Okay. I mean, I can't get this stuff into my graveyard. It's very problematic. I guess I could have gotten Conflagrate into it if I'd fetched up red, but I don't know. Yeah, Jeff's is super cheap. The zombie infestation lets me drop things into my yard. That is a good draw. Alright, so on their instep, we can drop the hand. If they manage to combo out right now, there's just not anything I can do. We were to part some of their hand, but... Oh, that's really funny, Jeff. Alright, instep. Drop the dredgers. And there's no use for conflagrate in my hand, so I'll rather have zombies. Let's dredge the stinkweed imp, please.